Good evening, good evening, good evening. Whoosh. Welcome back. Welcome back to Middle Gear on a Sunday. We'll skip the song for now. We might hear it later tonight. Where we left off last week, we were facing the fear and having a real hard time. Getting a stamina kill on that boy. So we're ready. We've got our winter face camo. Winter? No, snow. Yeah, snow. And we're going to be jumping straight into Poison Town. Come join me, won't you? In Poison Town. The land of the poison.
You've been shot with a poison bolt. The poison is spreading throughout your body. Your life is going to keep decreasing unless you do something about it. Hurry and neutralize the poison. Go into the survival viewer and use Cure to give yourself a serum injection. The serum will neutralize the poison, but don't forget to treat the bolt wound itself as well. To treat a bolt wound, you'll need your knife, a styptic, and a disinfectant. Use your knife to dig out the bolt, and then apply styptic and disinfectant to the wound. Follow those steps and the wound should heal right up. Now start the treatment. Hurry!
Straight to medicine. Got an arrow in our leg. See, that's the easy part. So this one, let's leave the bolt in. Let's see how far we can take it. Disinfect. Styptic. Bandage. Okay. Suture? No, that's it. Just a knife would get rid of it as well. Oh no. Look at that. I told you this was going to happen. All of our food's gone bad. All of our, animal food has gone bad. This is what happens when you play once a week. You have to try and eat on the night or live catches. Now, do we have... No, we don't. One more thing. Got to do some prep. So, we're at the fear. So, one of the things this game, the bosses really do make you do is engage with the mechanics. So, make sure I'm facing the right way. And of course, every boss requires, cure. So there's no real medicine boss. But the fear is 100% the food boss. Because while you're chasing around... Oh man, Snake always ends up looking in some random direction, I swear. Because the fear eats food too. You know what I should have done? Oh my god. Gotta keep an eye on him, but we gotta eat ourselves.
That's damn good.
That's damn good. Okay. Let's cure our wound, shall we? Disinfectant. Styptic. Bandage. Disinfectant, styptic, bandage. There we go. Do you have any life medicine? We're struggling a bit here, actually. Oh. Where did he shoot some stuff down? Let's pick it up before he can. Where'd he go? Get the food, snake. Good work. Damn it. He's too fast. Damn it. This is what I was struggling with last week. He's so quick and he gets so much health back when he does eat. Ah, shit. That's just not me. That's me not paying enough attention. Where is he going? Where'd he go? God. Completely lost. My C skills aren't doing me well. Where is he? Ah, he's in that direction. Oh, he's in big trouble with the poison. Come on, stop and try and shoot me, Fear. Gross. Where is he? God. Thanks for the food, dude. Just eat all the bloody time. Give my eyes a break. Do you even know where I am, Fear?
Not so great.
Not so great. Ah, there he is. Oh, Jesus. What's exploding? Oh! Oh no, the battery's on my thermal goggles. And I don't have those blow caps either. Oh, Jesus. This is why I just killed them. Don't bother with the getting the camo. Just kill the bastards. It's so much easier. What does it burn? Ointment not applied. Yeah. Okay. God, there he is. It's just so fast too, that's the thing. Oh man, I need a completely different loadout for this too. The cigar gas spray ain't gonna do me much. Stun grenade would be good. It's also, you're not going to do much good at the moment. Okay. Damn it. I could have put out some, I had so much rotten food I could have used too. Out. Live and learn. Where is it? Where is he? We're gonna run out of bullets at this rate, but anyway. Oh my god, it's really slugging. Oh, I wish that capture card stuff had all worked out. Oh, okay, he can see me. God, trying to get the stamina kills is tough. I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes. Don't care about the camouflage. Do care about this. Do you care about these? Poison, serum, disinfectant, septic, bandage. Okay. Then we do that. We do this. Oh no, he's fear. Stand still, fear. Are you fear? If I continue, does that mean my backpack's back? Yes, I've got my rotten food back. Okay. Let's get rid of everything. And let's chuck bad food around. Got a magpie. I'm not going to eat a magpie. There's magazine. Cool. Everything I've got is poison, so let's just chuck it everywhere. See how that goes. I'll probably pick it back up myself at some point, but I won't. Really got to get involved with the mechanics here. Have we got any more crap to throw out? Sure. And that food's good, so it's also cure. Probably been shot 20 times. Okay. %. Heroin, yep. He doesn't seem to give you that venom poisoning anymore, which is good. Yep. And food.
That's damn good.
Okay. We should pick up the food ourselves. Don't you want to eat fear. I know I haven't shot him yet, but I'll get there. I'll get there. I'm not even trying to see at the moment. Okay. There he is. Come on. Doesn't matter if I pick up the poison food anyway, because it's going to be a case of I don't eat it immediately like I don't eat it immediately like he does. So I really need to do more to. Oh, didn't need to use ointment. That's all right. Ah, didn't mean to pick that up either. Come on, eat the poison food, dude. I do wish you could look, like, if you start aiming. Come on, fear. Eat all my crap. Come on.
Stuff is rotten.
Sure is. Get out of the way, trees. Yeah, boy! Got him with the food. Playing once a week.
Fear. The fear. I see it. The fear.
Them all exploding and saying their names is a nice touch. Real fun. Now, we go into the cure menu. Got some lovely accessories. Have I even done the life medicine yet? Yes. Okay. Let's lay down. Hey, bunny rabbit. There we go. A live catch won't go off. Now we actually re-equip all our stuff. Why not? Why not? Give back all the goodies. Is that health regaining? It is very slowly. That was a fear. Oh, hang on. Where'd he get his camo? There we go. What does this camo look like? Is there a face one? No. But there is the Fears camo uniform. Why is that flashing? Oh God, that's draining our stamina so fast. Let's take that off straight away. Oh God. That's a killer. Dispose of that and eat those.
Delicious.
Delicious. I can't believe at some point we're going to eat a magpie.
I see you've caught a coral snake. I mean, a milk snake. The milk snake closely resembles the coral snake, but it's actually not venomous. Even so, you'll still take damage if it bites you, so don't get too close.
So is there a way to tell the difference between a milk snake and a coral snake?
It's pretty difficult. They really do look almost exactly alike. I guess if I had to pick something, I'd say it's that the milk snake is much less aggressive.
Okay.
Ah, I just thought of a better way. You're going to love this.
What?
Eat it.
Eat it?
Yeah, the guide says milk snakes don't taste very good.
Is that right? But if I've already caught and eaten it, what does it matter which kind of snake it was?
It doesn't, does it? Shoot, I thought I had a good idea.
Righto.
According to Granin, you should be able to get to the mountains through a passage located deep in the jungle beyond the warehouse.
Right. Then if I climb the mountains, there'll be an underground tunnel leading to Groznygrad near the summit.
Start out by going back to the warehouse. Use the key you got from Granin to open the door and proceed into the jungle. You remember where the door is, don't you? It's directly north of the door you went in when you came from the
that's right.
aqueduct.
I remember where we're going now. Thank you for the recap, me. This is where we need to be. South. Okay. How long do we want to wait around and rebuild health, do you think? Okay. How many traps are around here? That's a $1 million question. There's a bird, there's a frog. Which direction are we looking? We are looking in the right direction. Okay. Yes, that's where we want to be. I think. But there are guards to deal with in here too. So a knife might not quite cut it. Just keep it with the cinematic bars on the side. Man, you do not get very good camo index. That's right, that's what the CQC slam is for. But yeah, so that's the first time I've ever intentionally poisoned the Veer with food. Lucky me that I play once a week. It's difficult to be stealthy going downstairs. Okay, I think we need to. Okay. Just had to knock out everyone. You know how it is. Is this the door? Or is this the door? I don't know. This does not appear to be the door. Okay. That's what happens when you have a week in between cutscenes as well. Thank you. Thank you kindly, Gremlinda. It's fun. It's a lot of fun to do. It also immediately makes your face itch. So, you know, you suffer for your art.
Snake.
Thank you for the follow,
right
too.
there.
Eva, where are you?
In the fortress, in Groznygrad. Dr. Sokolov is here too.
Is he all right?
He's fine. Right now he's busy putting the finishing touches on the Shagohod.
Good. That means they haven't killed him.
Not yet anyway, but you better hurry. They've already finished the Phase 2 tests. Once the final preparations are complete, they'll have no more use for him. The Colonel won't have any qualms about killing him if he thinks the CIA is closing in.
Eva, you can't let Sokolov out of your sight.
I know. Snake, do you know where Groznygrad is?
Granin told me that I should be able to get there from the mountains to the north, through an underground tunnel.
Granin told you?
Yeah, he even gave me the key to the warehouse.
Why?
Because he was drunk, I guess.
Gotta be kidding me.
Hell if I know.
You sit in the vodka hard.
Snake, there's one problem with that route.
What problem?
The mountain entrance to the underground tunnel that leads to the fortress is sealed. You need a key to get in.
A key? What about the key Granin gave me?
That key won't work. But don't worry, I'll figure something out. I have an idea. There are some ruins at the top of the mountains. Meet me there.
The top of the mountains. Got it.
Cutscene, cutscene.
Wait, there's something else I've got to tell you.
Now what?
I heard that one of the Cobras is waiting for you in the jungle at the foot of the mountains. He's a legendary sniper called the End.
Yeah, I've seen him before. That ridiculously old guy, right?
Don't underestimate him. He's known as the father of modern sniping.
Is he alone? No spotter?
None. He's all by himself. Apparently, he doesn't need a spotter.
You can't be serious.
He's got a
The
bird.
entire forest is on his side.
The forest?
Stay alert.
Yeah, I'd hate to have it be the end for me.
Oh, bad pun. Getting too meta there, Snake. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I'm doing it. And not skipping the cutscenes and not skipping the codec calls. They're the most fun. I'm a story kind of person. So give me all that talking. Give me those jokes. Give me the tongue-in-cheek references to the other games. Some people just play for the mechanics, and that's fine. I like the mechanics too, don't get me wrong. Who've we got? We got any guards? I always have to remember where I'm going. I think I've done the end legitimately once. On my PlayStation 2, I 100% killed him by setting the clock forward. These new mushrooms, give me new mushrooms. Are they new mushrooms? Engage King's Field mode. I can't even hit him. I will keep that trick in my back pocket. But yeah, it is a very cheap way to kill him. It's very funny though. Oh, come on. I was at the top of a tree. Not very good at the stealth. I was too much of a relier on the radar in previous games. What? Oh. I had 80%, man. No, let me seek you. Let me hug you. Come here. Let me love you. With my fists. Ooh, is this somewhere we can crawl in? Handy. Where's this lead? We get a call a bit from Master Miller about rats. There's no cardboard boxes in the jungle. I think you'll find that's wrong. I don't think they'll do you very much good in the jungle, though. Hey, what's that box doing here?
Come in, HQ.
This is HQ.
Control.
We're on the right side, I think.
Lost the enemy. Enter high alert.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
No, don't pursue. Don't engage. Leave me be. Do we have the best camouflage for this area? No. Leaf is better. Fear is good, but will kill us. We lost a little bit of stamina, so let's eat a bird. Can't believe we're going to eat a magpie.
Gross.
Gross. Okay. Let's orient ourselves on the map and try and sneak away. I have to tell my wife about that. She goes to the port magpies. Hey, honey, I ate a magpie. Oh, was that them going back? Scarpering? Give me those bars at the top of the screen, game. Come on. Oop, don't give me the lag. Give me the bars. Give me the area transition bars. How many guards are around? Quite a few. If you've got the end, what do you need guards for? Ah, sugar.
Who's that? What's wrong?
Jungle food restaurant. I'd eat there. I'd give it a go. Love to try some weird stuff that you don't normally get. Let's drop a save since we haven't
You wanna
saved
save?
since the fear.
Hold on a sec.
I'd love to try the different frogs he eats in this. Snake? I think. Have I eaten snake
Okay,
before? I
good
can't
luck,
remember.
Snake.
Thanks.
I've eaten kangaroo, crocodile. Where are we in the world? I don't think we're in the ends arena yet. Well, there they are. 90% should be good. Should be invisible. You can just see him sneaking around down there.
HQ, please respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder. Going into
Keep
hiding.
walking. Keep walking.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Achoo! What? Keep going. Back to base, boys. Yeah, everybody always, well, probably because it's easy, ends up trying Calorie Mate, but it'd be like, I'd love to try the different mangoes and glowing mushrooms and stuff that he eats. One time I was out at a Chinese restaurant with my girlfriend, now wife, and it was very early in our relationship. And what we used to do when my family had Chinese, we'd just get a dish to ourselves. But her family would always share, like get a couple of dishes. Everybody shares each other's stuff. And on the menu at this place was crispy superior pigeon, and I was like, I'll get pigeon. And she's like, I don't want to eat that. I'm like, well, that's fine. I'm ordering it for me. And she's like, but I don't want to eat it. And it wasn't an argument, but, for the sake of the meal, I just ended up not ordering it. And I've never let her live it down. It's like, I could have eaten pigeon once. Probably just tastes like quail or something. I don't know. Look, a strafe technique. Very good. Oh. Oh no, I absolutely agree with that nitpick. 100%. Metal Gear Solid 2, all the guards had dodgy Russian accents, which, they're Russian, that's fine. And now suddenly we're in Russia. We're in this Russian jungle, and everybody's like, HQ, confirm. I saw him somewhere near Grozny Grad. It's like, come on. Where's all the Russians that you had hired for Metal Gear Solid 2? Like,
HQ, please respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here.
what's his face? Lightning Boy. He's got a bit of a
Return to your position.
he's got a bit of a Russian accent, and so do the scientists. But yeah, the everyday guards all sound like they just got out of base camp somewhere in bloody, I don't know, Indiana. Maybe they didn't want it to be too Russian. Our metrics show that American players didn't like the Russianness by 15%. We need to lower it, make it more American. But all we can do is make the bad guys American. That's fine. Where are we? Ah. No. Yep, hide. Pretend I'm not here. Didn't think he saw us in the end, did he? Fermented egg of doom. Wild boar. That does sound interesting. I grew up reading Asterix and Obelix books, and they're always chasing boar and cooking it up, and it always looks amazing. Where is this guard? Is he right outside?
No one here after all.
Oh yeah, he really was right outside. Did we just get a ration? An actual proper ration? Russian ration, not eaten yet. Poison dart frog, that could be bad. We could eat some live game right now. My friends have been to the Philippines and tried, I think, was it cockroach or was it? No, crickets. Fried crickets. And they said, really, it just, because there's not much meat on the bones of a bug, it just tastes like fried. Twitch chat. Always comes back to food. It's a good game for it. Okay. Let's get our Tenchu skills on. See if we can enter from the roof. Don't make too much noise. Oop. Snake, face the right way. Oh no. We're stuck in reverse. Wiggle your butt around on the roof. It does. You can call paramedic for pretty much everything. I was actually trying to get her advice on some medical stuff, but she kept talking about the bloody food I had. Paramedic, I'm dying over here. Oh, you got a frog. Eat
I
it.
see you've captured a poison dart frog.
Exactly.
The poison dart frog is native to the tropical rainforests of Central and South America. They normally grow between 2 and 5 centimeters in length, but for some reason the ones in that area seem to be much bigger than that. Poison dart frogs are known to carry a potent neurotoxin called pumiliotoxin. Long ago, people used the poison to coat their arrows for hunting. Watch out, because if you eat one, you'll get food poisoning.
Right. Won't be eating that then. I think we've got multiple of them. Oh, no, just the one. And it does update the menu. It does say what paramedics told you.
I see you've caught a European rabbit. The European rabbit is said to have come from the Mediterranean region originally, but nowadays they're found all over the world. They've been used since ancient times as a source of food, so it might be worth catching them.
Don't look at
Rabbits are
Toad.
known to eat their own excrement.
They eat their own.
That's right. It's called cecal feces. When the
Ugh.
rabbit eats fiber, the fiber is fermented in the rabbit's appendix, or cecum, and turned into a nutritious substance full of vitamins.
Gross.
The rabbit excretes the substance and then eats it again to absorb the nutrients.
That's a neat trick. I think I'll give it a try.
Snake, rabbits and humans don't work the...
I'm just kidding. You really thought I was going to eat it?
A little, yeah.
Even I wouldn't do that.
I guess not.
But how did those seagull feces taste?
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Not sure about your jokes sometimes, Snake.
Who's that?
Ah, immediately. Got the bullseye. Well, I think they probably do empty the rabbit's stomach contents before, you know, when cooking it up or whatever. So at least you don't. It's not like you eat a rabbit with poo all in its stomach, I guess. What are they shooting at? Oh my god, they can see me. I'm under the floor, boys. You should be able to see me. Could I have gone in through the floor? Apparently not.
You tore.
Did you just hear something? It's a big area and I'm not sure where I'm meant to go. Came in there. Oh, well, let's explore while they're all knocked out.
HQ, please respond.
This is HQ.
Who's that? Radio commit.
What's going on?
You didn't finish your call. Oh wow, I did not get anywhere near all of them. Now I might have. Alright. Where did I see that little... Yeah, there you are. No idea if I'm going to get all these, but I'll get the ones I see. Oh, more suppressors, yes. Always need more suppressors. What are those pictures? Anything I should be looking at? Nope. Can't even tell what they are. Hello, what's this here? American light machine gun. Don't think I'll be using that anytime soon, but sure. God, 500 bullets. Oh yeah, you got to specify. Got to specify the current country of origin, of course. So I do know this is like a food storage. So I could blow this up. Maybe not. Maybe not. Apparently there's a way to blow up food storage and stuff, and then the guards in the next area are all hungry. What I'm looking for, though, is where to go next. Ah, with the C4, yeah. I've got TNT. Oh no, that's just a action spot. I don't want to hang around here too long in case they all wake up. Have to equip it first. Ditch the AK. Get a TNT. Okay. Explosive with a remote detonator. Press square to set. Press circle with equipped to detonate. Okay. That should be plenty, surely.
The enemy.
Alright, see, now they're waking up just in time. See if that does anything for us. Did I only blow up one of my TNTs? Oh yeah. That looks like it worked. There you go. That's what you get for investigating the explosion. Right, tell me where to go, team.
Snake, have you been contacted by Eva?
Yeah, she said we'd meet up in the ruins at the top of the mountains. She also said she picked up the key to get into the tunnel that leads to Groznygrad.
Good. Hurry to the rendezvous with Eva. Head for the mountains.
Where are the mountains?
The name of that forest is Sviato Gorny. In Russian, it means something like the sacred mountain path. The name comes from an old folk tale about mountain spirits who passed through there on their way to Sokrovieno, the forest to the north.
Because we gotta go back. A terrible sense of direction. Oh, there it is. We got hungry boys. Ah, okay, we missed a path potentially to the north.
Who was that?
Oop, just dodged a trap. Well done.
I haven't eaten in so long.
What are we looking at here? The snake. Oh, here we go.
I beg of you, grant me the strength to take this final prey. Let me linger in this world just a little longer.
I forgot the literal beam of light that
I
comes on the end.
have already slept enough for one lifetime. Enough for an eternity. You have my thanks. I have to thank you for waking me. If you hadn't shown up, my sleep would have been eternal.
See, we saved your life, Ian, so let's go past. There you go.
Do you hear me, Snake? I am the end. I am here to send you to your ultimate fate. You'll make a fine quarry for my final hunt.
Oh, that's just not necessary. He can just be an eternal ancient sniper. He doesn't also have to have creepy eyeballs. You better call somebody, Snake.
Eva, I found that sniper you were talking about.
That's the end. He's a legend, known as the father of sniping.
I've got experience sniping in urban and marine environments.
What about the forest?
Never.
I see. Well, that forest is divided into 3 areas, a river, a plateau, and a clearing. He should be lying in wait for you in one of those places.
Sounds like this may take a while.
It'll be a test of endurance. Be careful, though. From what I've heard, the End has an almost supernatural knack for camouflaging himself.
So, whoever moves first loses. This guy's over 100 years old, though, so I should have the advantage in terms of stamina.
I wouldn't be so sure if I were you.
Why's that?
I've heard that his body is photosynthetic, like a plant.
What is he, some kind of monster?
On top of that, he can speak to the forest, too.
So in other words, he knows it inside out.
Uh-huh. But he doesn't know you. I'm sure you can beat him.
Don't worry. I intend to.
Okay, so we've got the End.
Snake, you want to save?
Yeah.
You might not want to.
Why wouldn't I?
Well, it just feels like something bad could happen.
Oh, that's right.
It's just your imagination.
I hope so.
I'm going to save anyway. But yeah, I think it is... I think if you reload your save, he sometimes can sneak up on you.
Make sure you come back as soon as you can.
Or is that just a reference to the fact that, yeah, if I don't play for 2 weeks, then the End is dead. So yes, like Eva said, this is a multi-area boss fight. Those circles are spots where he's seen me or where he could potentially be, I'm not sure. Thermal goggles might come in handy here.
What's the matter? I'm over here.
All right, old man. Oh, right. Oh, right in the scone. Good shooting, old man. Well, let's eat the shit eater.
Hey, this works.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely agreed. Oh my god. I need to get away from wherever he is.
Yes.
The fourth wall breaking is some of my favorite parts of Metal Gear. When they suddenly start talking about the controller or anything else.
Delicious.
Good thing Snake can just eat endlessly. Okay. And I think at times you can be in the different map section from the End. No, absolutely. Agreed. Agreed, Granada. Absolutely. Okay. And yeah, stamina killing the End is real hard. I think it's been said that Kojima just gets everybody in his team just throw out ideas, and you know, any good ideas he just tries to incorporate. Which is probably why his games are taking longer and longer to implement these days. spot's far to the north. We're not getting shot at the moment, so that's progress. Of course, with the cost of game creation, the ability to put in just fun stuff for fun gets more and more restricted. Budgets, all that fun stuff. Is that a snake? I think that's a snake. Damn it. Wish you could stay in that other camera view. Oop. Hey, snaky, snaky, don't bite me, please. You know what's funny, though? In an interview, Kojima said his favourite was M2, but since the fans were outraged, I started flicking them what they wanted. Ah. I finished Metal Gear Solid 2 on stream. I love Metal Gear Solid 2. Always will. I got very frustrated with Snake Tails. But yeah, I think the whole backlash to Raiden was very immature, is one way to put it. Oh, it's not Solid Snake. Whoa. So what? They have different characters sometimes. It's okay. How do the people who didn't like Raiden cope with games where you can create your own character? Oh, my Colonel Shepard, my Corporal Shepard looked different from your Corporal Shepard. Non-canon. Commander Shepard, not Corporal Shepard. Not Colonel Shepard. Poor old Shepard got his role wrong too many times. But I love this game too. Just the first time I heard Snake Eater. Oh, amazing. I was a big Bond fan. Brought a big smile on my face immediately. I think also if you manage to sneak up on the end, which is super hard, you can hold him up and get his camo that way, I think. Not 100% sure. Because this battle, this sniper battle, is a game of patience, and I'm not that patient. As shown by me shooting rockets at Sniper Wolf. To make that fight go faster. Okay. I do wish this game had a dedicated map button, that would be faster. Oh, the ladies love Raiden, apparently. Raiden? God, I don't even know how to say it. And good. Needs to be more games for the ladies. Why not? If a game appeals more to a female audience and you don't like it, great. Don't play it. Move on with your life. Let's have another live rabbit. Oh, God. There we go. You a sheep? Goat? Oh, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. Raiden wasn't that bad. I think what really got people was, well, one, the bait and switch of the demo. The demo was huge. People loved the demo. People bought Zone of the Enders for the demo of Metal Gear Solid 2, and that was all Snake. And then suddenly you had this blonde guy and his girlfriend was nagging him and just leave, Snake. You can just leave. Just go. And then the Colonel wasn't the Colonel. He was just crazy. But I loved it. I love fighting the Metal Gear Rays. I love the twists and the turns and how nothing was real. I love Pliskin. Because that's the thing, there was still plenty of Snake in Metal Gear Solid 2. You just didn't play as him all the time. And that's fine. In the Uncharted games, if you played as Sully for a bit, would it be the end of the world? No. Yes, absolutely. Oh, 100%. And it still looks good. I think it looks really good. Like, the art direction in it is so good. And they're like, oh, I'm going to play HD Snake. And then when they did get HD Snake and GameCube with the twin snakes, they're like, didn't like that either. So, who knows? Some people just are never happy. I enjoyed the twin snakes, even though it did make everything way too easy. That's the path back to where I was. Yep. God, these maps are too huge as well. And they're making the computer struggle. Go, go, go. Ah, I could have wandered around up there. Took a wrong turn. They're certainly keeping us fed up on mushrooms. I think the rain effect is just making the emulation go, no, no. Plus the size of the areas. Try and fight me, goat. They should do that sort of bait and switch again. Why not? Have that next God of War. Make it look like you're going to be what's his face. No, you don't. There's like a wall and stuff in the way. Oh, apparently there's some cloud-based game that's going to be on Xbox systems, but yeah, it just sounds strange to me. Where are you, old man? Nope. We know he's in this area. But he was looking at solid rock, so that really didn't help to figure out where he was. I love how the mushrooms are showing up on the thermal goggles, even though they should technically be cold. There's always rumours that he's going to revive the Silent Hills project as well. Yeah, that's. I think that was from the latest game show thing. And I think the main feedback was cloud-based. No, we're losing access to all our games as it is. Are you in the tree? Is he in the tree? No, maybe he's not. Oh God, now there's mist. Can't see shit. Oh no. Now you can see why I did the internal clock trick. I wonder if that internal clock trick is possible on an emulator. Should be. Just boot into system. Ah, a few bits of this map we haven't been to yet. Let's check it out. Like when he says "I see you," it's meant to actually be a hint of where he is. So of course, the first time we get it, he's staring at a rock. Maybe it was Sony. It was cloud-based. I definitely remember the cloud-based part. I don't necessarily remember the platform. It might have been Microsoft. Where are we now? Might be in the Hall of Safety. There are no sniper spots marked on the map at the moment. When you get to MGS4 and you can do the crouch walk, that's the happy days. I can almost hear him snoozing. Don't disturb the birds. Birds. Damn it, birds. You're gonna give me away. Is that my stomach? I think it is. Poor old snake. You wouldn't like him when he's hungry.
Poison.
Ah, wonderful. Right. Food. Was poisonous. Let's tell paramedic.
If he shoots you with one of those tranquilizer rounds, you'll start to lose stamina fast. When your stamina gauge reaches 0, you'll pass out. If you're hit by a tranquilizer round, go into the survival viewer right away and treat the wound. Use your knife to dig out the needle.
See, this time, paramedic, I wanted to talk about food. Oh well. Oop. Still got some stamina back from it, but yes, let's dispose.
Sick.
Sick? They changed the hard to take, not going to lie. First, physical copy is becoming almost a collector's niche now. Then the subscription passes, to give you access to limited lot. Now cloud-based. Feels like the end is... The fourth wall, no. I don't like the idea that you'll have to rent everything. You have to rent your Netflix, you have to rent your Disney Plus, you have to rent your video games, you have to rent your car, rent your seats. Your average person can't afford to buy a house anymore. Rent your house. Never own anything. It's one thing to be in a bit of financial stress and go, all right, got to cut off Netflix, but it's another thing to go, oh, I don't have any money to pay my rent anymore. And no more video games. That's what piracy's for. Pirate all these rented games. Download them instead. Does that mean he was here recently? I think so. Oop, oop. I'm back up, Snake. Well done. Yeah, I remember when there was a bit of a kerfuffle about games companies trying to ban people selling games back to stores, like trying to kill the second-hand market. And this just feels like another step in that plan. You have to, you never actually own it. You only rent things. You need a subscription, which is why I haven't really gone into the new PlayStation Plus with the extra stuff. One, I'm waiting for it to get better. But two, I'm very happy just buying a big chunk of PS Plus and letting it time out rather than doing it monthly and everything else. Everything's bloody monthly.
Fight like a man.
Ah! You talking about fight like a man? Damn it! It's the closest I've come to bloody seeing the old fart. I was coming to fight you like a man, not like a sniper. I'll shoot you from 20 miles away. Fight me like a man. You didn't leave any footprints behind either, you old bugger. Let's explore more. I will be so much happier when it's MGS4 and crouch walk as an option. That extra bit of speed, but also stealth. Oh, I haven't got Yakuza Like a Dragon yet, so I'm on board with that one. I just have to buy Yakuza 6, which is like probably $5. And then I've got the entire series on PlayStation 4. Yeah. Already got Tony Hawk 1 and 2. Had to get Tony Hawk 1 and 2. They're remaking some of the best games in the world. And then I found out I'm nearly 40 years old. I'm not as good at skating games as I used to be. Oh no. But my eldest daughter loved it, so we would just play free skate. She'd stack it all the time. That was alright. Trying to teach her how to ollie and everything else. Luckily, it hasn't led to a real life interest in skateboarding because I don't know how to do it. And I'm looking forward to the hospital bills if she did and started stacking it. Little Nightmares I don't know much about. Hell yeah, Tony Hawk is 100% for the soundtrack. I went straight to Guerrilla Radio and my kids just looked at me like, what are you doing? That's a trap. Is this also a trap? I'll get some bullets out of it. Why not? You know what to do. I had the chance earlier to do the early end kill, but I didn't take it. And if you do, this area just has multiple guards in it you have to get past. Is he up there? Nope. Probably just some mushrooms. Yep, mushrooms. I do wish you would just come out and fist fight me. That would be great. Maybe if we just go long enough, his stamina will run out. No, I think actually I do remember. I think he does start looking for sunshine then. And I've never been able to get his bird. Just remaster everything. We'll probably get to a point where like you can algorithmically remaster games, and you can just feed it in to an AI, and it'll remaster your game for you. With some weird up-res textures that a machine just tried to make look good. And hey, I'm all for it. Start by making more Fantasy Stars. Thank you. All right, cool. I'm real bad at this fight. Let's get some advice. No. Do not save,
Please,
actually.
come back soon.
I know it's hard to believe, but the end is apparently capable of photosynthesis.
I don't believe you.
He's probably got an edge over you in terms of stamina. You should start hunting for plants and animals and prepare for a battle of attrition.
Okay, that wasn't helpful.
Socrovieno Forest is a big place. It's times like this that the map function in the survival viewer can be your best friend. Not only does it show you the terrain and the places you've been, but you can also use it to figure out which locations the End has chosen for his sniping positions. Learn the terrain and try to catch the End off guard from behind.
I will never learn the terrain. Ah, cool. Didn't know you could just get a splint like that. There you go. Yeah, the PC will always be the best gaming platform because you can just emulate everything. Almost everything. And if you can't emulate it yet, give it time. He's a shaman. It's magic. Why not nanomachines? Why not? The sunbeam was just the weather. In the end, it was just a very lucky with the weather. Ah, it's the wrong button. Like, nanomachines are consistent with the rest of the series, so, If you gotta accept Metal Gear, you have to accept nanomachines. That was one of my issues with Metal Gear Solid 5. It's like, we'll just have parasites instead of nanomachines.
You stick out like a sore thumb.
Do I now? You shoot me through the tree, are you? Okay, I see where he is. No, nobody's ever called me that. I call myself Jack, I think. Oh, right, let's get these bloody things.
Delicious.
It's a shame. Oop. Ah. Oh, that's one way to do it. Is he up, is he? Now, didn't I have a tranquilizer sniper rifle? What don't we need? Don't need a shotgun. SVD. I don't have a tranquilizing sniper rifle, unfortunately. Got him. Oop. Damn it.
What's the matter? I'm over here.
He's very good at shooting me in the face. Okay, he's gone. Let's hug this wall and head north. Oh, gross. I think I've done that once. I think I've eaten instant noodles straight out the packet. Yeah, not good. Bit of boiling water and the flavor packet is the way to go. They won't make you sick. They'll just make you regret your life choices. Okay, let's use our knowledge of the terrain to get around. Damn it. Knowledge of the terrain is not very good. We could go the spider camouflage for those extra points. God, it eats your stamina so fast, though. Okay. Not worth it. Really not worth it. Okay. What's the least negative? Snake hasn't eaten for 5 minutes. He's dying. You bloco maloko. Okay. I'm definitely saying that wrong.
Not so great.
We're discovering all the stuff that... We're discovering all the food that sucks. It's not him, is it? No, it's not. Ah, it's mushrooms. That's neat. That's like MGS4. No, not 4, 5. Map check. I wonder if it's based on your camo index or if it really is. Oh, I mean, there's no reason to think that there's not a vision cone for the end. But it's massive. It covers like the whole map. Right, let's do it looking around ourselves. What? Ah, L1. There we go. So a sniper rifle do the walking. I thought I had picked up a Trank sniper rifle at some point, but I guess I hadn't mistaken the games. I don't know if that was a way to foreshadow the gameplay, but that big snake crawling over the end during the cutscene. The fight actually makes me feel like a snake with all the crawling around. Oh, God, yes. I have gaming-related ADHD, though, where if characters aren't moving fast enough, I'm like, no, you gotta move fast. That's what happens when you one of the first games you've ever played on a console with Sonic the Hedgehog. Everything has to be fast after that. I mean, it's a legit strategy to run around and just wait for him to go, I can see you. If he then pops up on the map, why not? See what... We haven't talked to Major Zero yet.
Snake, the End is a veteran sniper. He's hiding somewhere in those woods, waiting for you to appear. If he sees you, he'll shoot without hesitation. Make your way through the forest, hiding along the way, and watch out for signs of the End. Anticipate his movements, and come up on his side or get behind him for a chance to attack. If you run out of stamina, it's all over. Make sure you keep your stamina up by hunting for food on a regular basis. This battle will be a long, grueling sniper duel. But don't let your guard down, not even for a single moment.
I love Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania is amazing. I didn't buy it at launch, but I bought it pretty quick. And it's just so fun to show it to my two girls and show them Sonic. And it's like, this is what Sonic was like before it was 3D. Look how fun it is. And some of that remix music, oof, so good. I was going to say they even made Oil Ocean more fun, but it was still kind of irritating with the subs. Yeah, so good. The final boss, if you do get all the Chaos Emeralds, I found a bit annoying because it's trying to be like Final Zone from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but the trick with that one was you were constantly going to the right of screen, and so there was more opportunities to get rings all the time, whereas with this boss it was just you got the rings you got, which made it, I think, a little bit too hard. Plus the Sonic CD style special stages were never my favourite. The Sonic 3 and Sonic Knuckles Blue Spheres mode, oh, I could play that all day. So they had them in there, but they were just for bonuses, not for emeralds. Which, give me the emeralds, man. All right. Good. Come and get me, old man. I'm going to eat your parrot. I'm going to do it in slow motion. Come on. This bird looks familiar.
This is horrible. I'm gonna puke.
You can totally eat his parrot. And I think there's a callback to it when you in the Sorrow fight. Okay. Now that he's shot me, can I see him? Oh yeah. Okay. I see you, old man. Dueling stun grenades. Is everybody? Yep, go. Ah. The real problem at the end is that he friggin' disappears. Absolutely just vanishes.
That's damn good.
That's actually the first time I managed to ever spot his parrot and get it, so there you go. That's the first for me too. I knew you could do it. I've never actually done it. I actually feel bad now. You can hear him breathing. Sounds awfully worn out. That's like the only nearby sniper spot, unless he's over here. Look at those textures. Wow. Great graphics. Oh my god, what am I even looking at? Oh, it doesn't look like he's here. Whew. Holding my breath. I'm stressed out in the sniper battle. I wonder if it's harder for him to see us in the mist as well. That would only be fair. We're almost getting to the point where he needs to recharge in the sun. When he gets into the sun, he can recharge his stamina, I think, if not also his health. Oh, motherfucker.
You call yourself a son of the boss.
Damn it all. Fuck it. Ah. Asshole. Goddamn. You have to be patient. I'm not patient. There's the map. Ah, what?
The binoculars and first-person view will prove useful in detecting the enemy's presence. You should also be making use of your motion detector, active sonar, and anti-personnel sensor. You might also try using the directional microphone.
Oh, jeez. I think they're feeling a bit sorry for us.
You call yourself...
Oh, oh. Got him. Oh, yeah. There's so much more of the... well, there was just so much of the PlayStation 2 to bloody play.
What's the matter? I'm over here.
Eat shit, old man. I got some bloody bullets into him. Sorry to go big bunk hunting, but I need the food. Markor. All right, Snake, you'll be fine.
Pretty tasty.
All right, we're making progress. We've nearly killed this very old man. Oh, there's so much PlayStation 2 I haven't played. I had a PlayStation 2. I bought lots of games for it, and there's still so much. Same with the PlayStation 1. There's just so much of it. I do wonder what my life would be like. Okay, probably wouldn't be that different, but we went from the Mega Drive to the Nintendo 64. And as somebody who loves JRPGs, I wish I'd bought a PlayStation. had so much more. I've got Legends of Dragoon. I've got more Final Fantasy games to play. I could have played Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh, it's been so good. Sorry, buddy. Turns out you're good eating. Wait, what? No. Text walls are good. Always good to have someone to chat to. Gregory Horror Show game, very rare. It's a horror parody. The characters are made of cart boxes. You're trapped in a haunted hotel, and to get out, you need to collect the souls of the people staying there. What? That game sounds bananas. They're cardboard boxes, eh? So everybody in that, all the people in the game look like that. Maybe they're just happier in the box. Okay. Okay, let's have a look around. I really don't know if the thermal goggles are helping. No, that sounds really cool. I love stealth-based games, if you couldn't tell. Doesn't mean I'm good at them, but I do like them. I got a potential hit. I don't even have the directional mic equipped. Don't need food at the moment. Let's ditch the TNT. That's not going to do much for us here. I'm actually kind of liking the trend to demake games or make new games in the PlayStation 1 style. I think that's pretty funny. Bloodborne cart could be a real thing. Although YouTube keeps recommending me this Resident Evil 4 PlayStation 1 remake, and it's like, Part of the appeal of Resident Evil 4 is that it was that next step up from Resi 3, Resi 2. I always end up doing text balls in other people's chats anyway. I've got lots to say. We love Katamari. Oh, of course. Katamari Damacy. It's very hard to explain what a Katamari is without being able to show pictures, isn't it? I've definitely heard the soundtrack of Katamari many times. Recommended over and over again. Hot microphone action.
This is the end.
He's over there. So he's over there. Okay. Right, old man. Over there, that's where I'm looking.
Mighty forest, lend me your
Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Stop regenerating.
ready for some more. We're just getting started.
Damn you, old man. Damn it. I'm going to chase you down. Come on, come on. Stick with him, stick with him, stick with him, stick with him. God, he's fast. No, he's going to disappear now. Damn it. Damn it all.
Hey, this works.
Come on, come on, come on. I should have equipped the sidearm. What am I doing? Damn it. Damn it all. He'll be... Damn it.
We're just getting started.
God damn. Ah. He's a sneaky old bastard too. God, he's good at sneaking in those bloody needles, isn't he?
I've had enough.
Okay. Let's have this handy for next time we actually get close to him. Hello? Facing the wrong way, old man.
The show must go on.
Damn, he's too good. He's too good. Oh, snake, you and your stomach. Oh, God. Shoot him, Snake. Come on. You suck, Snake.
The show must go on.
Ah. Out of bullets. That's half the problem. Oh, right, Snake. You'll get over it, mate. Ugh, ugh.
Delicious.
Okay. Let's get some more weapons to shoot him with. Get rid of the grenade. It's not going to do much for us. Might be overkill. We'll see. I can hear him. Hear him somewhere. What's in that direction? Okay. Wait on. Too far. He's on the bloody far side of the map, of course.
What's the matter? I'm over.
Come back here, old man. Eat machine gun. Can you change maps? Or did he come up here? I think he changed maps. Alright, Snake, you'll be fine. Follow those footsteps, he's bleeding. If it's bleeding, we can kill it. Can you see his footprints? Because I've bloody shot him so many times. Oh yeah. He's trying to knock me out. Forgot about that.
Hey, this works.
Okay. Got him. Got him at last.
Spirits of the forest, I thank you. The boss would be proud of you. The time has come for a younger generation to rise. I've been wandering for more than a century, and now my journey comes to a close. What a splendid way to end it all. I have no regrets. I can return to the Forum.
The teeth are a nice touch. Thank you for the GG. See, it's magic. Nanomachines didn't make that grow and then recede. Just magic. Just accept that magic exists and we're good to go. How long did that take? That was a good chunk of time. There we gave him a good run for his money. What do you think? Being able to run after him really, really helps. Best part coming up. Yeah, we've eaten rats. We've eaten crabs. That's a spider. There's no skills. Time for the best part. Cobalt blue tarantula.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
I'm gonna puke.
We got a ladder to climb. snake stomach, don't ruin it. Common delicacy among tribes in the Amazon jungle. They fry the eggs inside. Gross. Such a moment. Snake in your stomach ruined it. Like, I'm Australian. I have to be somewhat au fait with spiders because there's lots of them. But it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna fry up a tarantula anytime soon. And Snake, you ruined the best part. You missed the part where Snake, your bloody stomach. Now we're up in the mountains. They're giving us stuff straight away. It's always a worry. Okay. Let's update our camo. Desert. Did we have desert all along? Oh, good. That's next week's face paint then. My wife helps me put the face paint on, and she said, how many more weeks is this going to be going on? It's like, because I do it every Sunday. And it's like, depends on how good I am at the game, really. And then I said to her, and at some point he loses an eye, so I'll have to put an eye patch on as well. It's like, what? Let's get some detection happening. Oh no, that's the motion of a snake. Let's get a live one. Why not? Never mind, I was never here. Who is just seeing things? Where are you? Oh, I see you. Okay. You reckon the darts will make it this far?
Huh?
Nope.
HQ.
Nope. Shh. No need to call HQ.
Respond. There's something wrong. Support unit, confirm their status.
Damn it. Could have interrogated. Instead, I fucked it up. I have not interrogated anybody yet because I'm crap at CQC.
All clear.
Oh, good. They ignored their sleeping buddy. Close quarters combat, exactly. Don't see me. Still don't see me. Come on, sleep. Thank you. There's nobody here. Pretend I'm not here. Oh, I got the radio. Nice one. Completely unintentional.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? Ugh. Ah, the cinematic bars. Yeah, when I actually first played this on the PlayStation 2, I did not figure out how to use CQC. I don't know why I couldn't figure it out. It's pretty easy to actually just press circle in a direction now. But I couldn't figure it out at the time. It actually wasn't until I saw a Let's Play of it that really showed how good the CQC was that I figured that out. There's a helicopter coming. Let's get undercover. Oh, we finally got pistol bullets again. That's good. Ah, the vultures. Should we eat some? Why not? Our bird. Where is this helicopter? I can hear it. Can't see it. Oh yes, give me all that medicine. I need it. You're getting shot all the time. I think the sound cues are pretty clear. I think it's... Yes, I got Fear's camo. I did not get the ends. Because as you would have seen, I shot the shit out of him. Yes, that is absolutely what happens. I think to get the ends camo, you actually hold him up.
The altitude in those mountains is pretty high. That means the oxygen concentration in the air is lower than normal. When there's less oxygen in the air, naturally you'll be breathing less oxygen as well, and the oxygen content of your blood will go down. In other words, you run the risk of becoming hypoxic. Hypoxia is a very serious condition. In the worst cases, it can lead to pulmonary and cerebral edema. I don't think you need to worry right now, but all the same, be careful.
So, what do I need to be careful about?
In high altitude areas, you will tire quicker than normal.
I have no idea how you stamina kill the Fury.
Snake, climbing uphill takes a lot of stamina as it is, but on top of that, the air up there is thinner than normal. You're burning through stamina a lot faster now than ever before. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. Be sure to eat something to restore your stamina before you run out.
So she's going to talk to us about vultures.
You made it to the mountains. Those mountains are known as Krasnogorye. The name means the Red Mountain Ridge in Russian. The entire range has been fortified to act as a defense for the great fortress of Groznygrad. The area near the top has been dug with bunkers and trenches, and there are anti-aircraft gun emplacements everywhere. It's literally an impenetrable wall. Proceed with caution.
We're going to penetrate it.
There's a provision storehouse in the hillside area, and there's an armory at the summit. I'll meet you in the ruins at the top of the mountains. The summit is still a ways up. Keep climbing.
Sigint, the chopper we were talking about is flying around.
The one at the heliport?
Yeah.
Perhaps it's an armed variation of the Mi-8 hip.
Yep.
No. Some of it looks the same, but
Looked to be
the
square.
overall shape is different. It's got stub wings, and the cockpit canopy looks like an angular greenhouse.
No kidding. Then it must be some kind of new model. I've heard stories recently that the Soviets are developing a flying infantry combat vehicle. That's gotta be it.
A flying infantry combat vehicle?
Yeah, a transport chopper with troop-carrying capabilities. Think of it as an attack transport chopper version of France's AMX VCI or the Soviet BMP. They must be doing field tests on the initial prototype.
A next-generation chopper that's a little smaller than the hip. Maybe we should call it a Hind.
Not bad. It's cool with me.
Then it's settled. We'll refer to that new type helicopter as a Hind from now on.
This one's just a bit lame. High D. Like, the only way it could have gotten better is if they went, And the lettering on the side looks like a D. Maybe we should call it a hind D.
I see you've caught a Thai cobra. The Thai cobra is a large venomous snake that carries an extremely potent neurotoxin. Be careful not to get bitten. If you do get bitten, go into the survival viewer right away and use Cure to give yourself a serum injection. The Thai cobra originally comes from Indochina, Thailand, and southern China. The ones in that area were probably imported as pets and research subjects before they escaped and turned feral.
Not as food.
Come again?
They weren't imported as food,
They're not for eating.
so they don't taste good then.
That's not my point.
Food,
It's not a matter of whether they taste good or not. People don't raise snakes for food, period.
Okay. So you're saying they might be good to eat, right?
Only one way to find out.
This game's the best. Alright. We could. Was that a live one we got? Is it a. Yes. Was told to try the taste, but we could also throw it at a guard and see what happens. Paramedic just goes, snake. Just eat everything. See if I care. Then go into the cure menu and take the diarrhea medicine. No. Yes, you can. Yeah, you stamina kill bosses. I have no idea how you would stamina kill the Fury. Like, no idea whatsoever. There we go. One shot at last. I'm not here. You're not noticing your buddy sleeping on the thing? No? Okay, cool. I just wanted to talk about eating vulture. Let's try and call her one more time, see if she talks about vulture.
I see you
Yes.
captured a white-rumped vulture. The white-rumped vulture is a type of vulture found in India. Its diet consists mostly of dead animal carcasses. I don't think it'll attack you, but it's a fairly large bird of prey, so you probably won't be able to capture it alive using the tranquilizer gun.
Got it.
But there is something here that's bothering me.
What is it?
They say the white-rumped vulture doesn't just eat animal carcasses. It eats human ones as well.
Is that so?
Yeah. So then if a person eats a white-rumped vulture, does that mean he's eating human meat too? What do you think?
Stop it already. You're gonna make me lose my appetite.
So, we can kill a guard, wait for the vultures to eat the guard, then we can eat the vulture, and that results in, yeah, that's fun. When, go snake, go. In the sorrow fight, so. You get Sorrow's camo automatically? I think you do. Lay down. There's a helicopter. Oh, it's very close. Oh, snake. If I got hungry as often as you did, dude, I'd be even fatter. Where are we now? Okay. Fine. Eat some vulture.
I could go for seconds.
There you go. Snake's a cannibal. Nothing there. Nope. Okay. I think it would taste like chicken. Big bird. Why not? was going to say, who's around to be alerted? Keep going, helicopter. You just keep right on driving. Okay, let's get low first. Get low and go, go, go. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. This will be our last shot. Last shot with this smart silencer. I'm so accurate. Scary. There we go. Okay. There's an armory up there. Oh yeah, calorie mate, please. There's Russian rations, why not? Oh, it's a gold mine. You come away. So I can blow up this bloody thing.
Who's that?
Oh, hello. Motherfucker. Alright, time to go. Oh shit. Right, trench warfare it is. Yeah, exactly. I think the whoop whoop tells the story. God damn it. Let me throw you. We've been shot by at least one thing. There we go. Deep cut, bleeding, no bandage. Okay. Suture, bandage, disinfectant. Styptic? Sure.
I've had enough.
He sounds so disgusted with it. So my TNT equipment? No. Let's ditch that directional mic. Don't need that. I like my menus, but sometimes the menus are just too damn long. What's wrong with me now? Is he sick? No, he's just coughing up. Just coughing up a lot. Aha, you missed me. Come on. Die. Okay. Right, now what? Blown up on a helicopter? What do we do? Okay, that's where we gotta go. There's another one coming. Oh my god.
Snake, Eva is a KGB spy placed in Gru. She can't be seen by the enemy making direct contact with you. If you're being pursued by the enemy, don't expect Eva to come out to meet you.
God damn it.
Make sure it's normal phase before you attempt to make contact with Eva.
Kill everyone it is. Okay. Master of stealth. Blow up a helicopter, kill a couple guards, and just lay down for a while. Oh shit. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Sick.
Why would the Russian rations taste terrible? Bad maybe, but yeah. Whoops. No, there's still an X there, so needs to be normal mode. So we'll meet up with Eva. I'm sure there'll be a cutscene or two, and then that'll probably do me for the night. But considering I ended last week frustrated with the fear, I'm glad I've gotten 2 bosses done tonight, so. It's a shame you can't call people up on the codec, and that helps pass time in your caution mode. I don't know how that helicopter is not seeing us, but I'm not complaining. Shouldn't have used that life medicine. We're going to get all our health back anyway. This is an emulated PlayStation 2. And you know, MGS3 is based off of the MGS2 engine. And look how good Snake looks. He looks so good. And that is with like a fully modeled helicopter flying overhead. All these texture services, multiple guards. Wizards. Wizards at Konami. Okay, nearly there. Wanted to move to show you I'm still alive. He does get stuck, old Snake. But I'm glad we've got those Russian rations and stuff, but I don't think they go off. Oh, God. There's one more heart attack. So, I'm guessing I could have just kept shooting down helicopters that would have kept respawning. Would have been fun. Okay. Yeah, there.
Come in, HQ.
Absolutely. Most detail in the PSC? I agree.
Well, that was quick.
You look like you could use some rest.
I'll be fine. It's just that playing these 2 roles hasn't left me much time to sleep.
Where'd you get those cuts?
The Colonel,
Volgan.
Found out?
if he knew I'd be dead already. No, this is his hobby. He's a sadist. He gets pleasure out of making people suffer.
He's a sick puppy.
Scum. Does it look that strange to you?
No. I'm the same way. Scars all over.
Can I see?
No.
They made the controller vibrate.
Where'd you get this one?
I got it after defecting to the Soviet Union.
I don't think so. It's older than that. Code breaking is a desk job. Where'd you get this kind of scar?
You really want to know? Well, too bad. A girl's gotta have some secrets, you know.
Also made the controller vibrate.
But enough about that. You've got to get going. The Phase 2 trial of the Shagohod is about to start, and it looks like someone might be coming to spoil the party.
Khrushchev?
His forces are on their way here. The Colonel is gathering his troops together to meet them. If we don't get a move on, the security will be even tighter than it is now. You'll need this key. It unlocks the door to the underground tunnel. Once you're in there, you can follow the tunnel to get inside Groznygrad. Better take these 2. They should come in handy.
What is it?
And take this too.
Oh, yes.
What is it?
The food of the future. A
That you've been
well-balanced
eating
meal
already.
for the space age. It's good to eat some real food once in a while. I'll bet if I kissed you, you'd taste like a wild beast.
Is that a compliment?
Do you know where exactly in Groznygrad Sokolov is located?
He's in the heart of the fortress, the weapons lab. The weapons lab is divided into 3 wings. There's the East Wing, which houses the research facilities. Then there's the main wing where the weapons are assembled. That's where the Shagohod is. Finally, there's the West Wing, which is connected via a passageway to the main building. That's where Sokolov is. To get in, you'll have to enter the main wing from the East Wing. Then, go through the passageway on the 2nd floor of the main wing.
The West Wing of the weapons lab. Got it.
There's just one problem.
Not again.
The West Wing is protected by the highest level of security. You need to be Colonel class to get in.
Colonel class?
Here, look at this picture. Major Ivan Rydenovich Rykov. Pretend you're him.
How do I
Rydenovich,
do
really?
that?
We've already got the mask.
Steal his clothes. You look similar from behind. They won't know the difference. Your face might be a problem, so you just have to figure something out. He should be somewhere in the East Wing.
All right. But how am I supposed to escape once I get Sokolov out of there? Command said you're supposed to have something ready for me.
And I do. There's a lake 30 miles north of here. I hid a wig there.
A wig?
It's a state-of-the-art ground effect vehicle.
A ground effect vehicle? I can't fly one of those.
That's okay. I happen to be an excellent pilot.
Taking off from a lake is trickier than it looks. It's not like riding a motorcycle. You've got to be more delicate.
Of course I will. You've seen how
Yeah, I
good I
agree.
am with the bike, right?
It's all part. It's in service of the plot. Eva's whole thing.
Right. You handle the escape then. I'll head for Groznygrad.
Wait a minute. There's something I wanted to ask you.
What?
What's the story between you and the boss?
We're buddies.
She was like a mother, and my master.
And your lover?
It went deeper than that.
Deeper?
Half of me belongs to the boss.
Do you love her?
Which half?
No, nothing like that.
Do you hate her?
Does it have to be one or the other? Love or hate?
Between a man and a woman? You bet.
For 10 years, we lived and died together. You couldn't possibly understand.
And you think you can kill her now? That's your mission, isn't it? Assassinating the boss? Snake? Is there anyone you like? Someone special?
I've never been interested in other people's lives.
You were interested in the boss.
She was different.
Really? How do you feel about me?
I should be asking you the same question.
I can fall in love if it's part of the mission. Even with you. Snake?
Eva, he's sending you "don't kiss me" signals.
What's wrong?
Cross the grass.
See you around, Snake. Take care of yourself.
What about you?
I've got to hurry back and play my other part.
Are you going to be
boring.
okay?
Not sure. They're not stupid and they know there's a spy. There's no way you could have gotten this far all by yourself.
Zip up your top, girl. What? It's a lot of tanks. Oh, that's on him then. Oh dear.
Colonel. Did he talk?
No, he died before I could get it out of him.
Was it the spy then?
Planted to keep someone informed of his location.
But does this mean Granin was the spy?
Perhaps he was being used by someone else.
Perhaps. This man was our comrade.
Comrade or not, he's of no use to us now.
No, he's a French
I
fry.
don't approve of your methods.
I don't need your approval. I'm in command here.
And that nuclear shell?
Still feeling sore about that, are you? What are you gonna do? Report it to the authorities?
Call the
This
cops.
is war, Major. A Cold War, fought with information and espionage. We must root out spies wherever they hide. It is kill or be killed. Potential threats must be weeded out. Your feelings are a menace to the unity of our organization. Someone is guiding the enemy's hand. A single man can only accomplish so much. Make no mistake, there is a spy among us.
But casting suspicion on our own
The
comrades.
C3 explosives have been stolen.
You think it was the American?
No, he could not have reached this fortress yet.
It's not in the script.
Then who?
I'd be careful about suspecting your own men.
Boss,
Where have you been?
The fear and the end have fallen.
damn it! CIA dog? That leaves only the Fury. How can the legendary Cobras be beaten so easily?
He's good.
Fallen for him?
Don't worry. I'll take care of him.
What is he after? Must be more than just Sokolov.
America is out to destroy the Shagohod and get its hands on your inheritance. The philosopher's legacy.
Impossible. The legacy, it...
Then they're out to kill me as well. Colonel, tighten the security on this place. He's coming here, I'm sure of it. I'm gonna get the Davy Crockett.
I'm gonna drop a nuke on his ass. You smell like vulture.
Perfume.
Yes, it's pretty much.
Nice boots. Make sure you polish them up properly.
She goes over to Russia, but it's actually her mission to go over to Russia, if that makes sense. Okay, cool. I'm going to leave it there for the evening. 2 bosses
You
under our
wanna
belts.
save?
Yes, paramedic. I want to save. You and Mei Ling always going, do you want to save? You sure? Yes. Yes, I do.
Snake, have you heard of The Last War?
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
It's a Japanese movie where the world ends in a nuclear war. Tensions between East and West reach the breaking point, And before anyone can stop it, they launch the ICBMs. Humanity is wiped out by a war that no one wanted. The movie depicts that destruction from the eyes of ordinary
Yes, exactly.
people. Their simple daily lives are torn apart by the terrible power of a war that has nothing to do with them.
Everybody's afraid of the next big war.
It's her
But
mission
there's
to be
only
a traitor,
so much that
so
one person can do.
she'll be remembered as a traitor,
That's
but
why
she was
the
actually
people
fulfilling
have
her
the
mission,
power to
so she
stop
wasn't
it. Have to.
not a traitor. But there we go. That'll do it for the night. We saved our game. We'll run a raid. Who's on? Goaty's still going with Zach on the PC-88. So we'll give him a raid. And yeah, thanks for joining me. I'll be back. Actually, I'll probably post the schedule on Twitter because it's my youngest daughter's birthday this week, so it's going to mess with the schedule a bit. So we might be looking at Thursday night, Saturday night. We'll see. But thanks for joining me. Have a great evening. Stick around for the raid if you like. And yeah, have a good one.